We're here with Josh. Playing. What were you playing today?
I played Tri-brigade Sprite, built for the new format, so no Ronin.
And what did you play?
I went 3-1, actually 3-3. My matchups were against round 1 was for Lungaries, I went 2-0.
Yeah.
My round 2 was Exo Sister, I went 2-0. My round 3 was PKB8, I went 2-0. And my round 4 was Mine Geist, I went 1-2 on that one. Dropped the ball. Yeah, I didn't totally back row removal, so it'd be like that. Mine's cracked, ban mine.
Yeah.
Nothing further to say on that.
Let's get into the profile.
Yeah, sure. So we'll start with the main deck. For those on the side. So the Sprite lineup is fairly standard. 3 blue, 3 jet, the negators, pixies, 1 smasher, and 3 starter. So for this list, I see people going 2 blue, 3 jet, and no pixies. I disagree with that. My whole theory behind the deck is I want to get to gigantic before I use any Tri-brigade effects, because of the Tri-brigade locking you out of links. So I want to go like linking gigantic plus a kit into elf. So I maxed out on these. Pixies is there because I want that extra level 2. And blue, search as jet. Like, I don't know why you would go the other way around. I guess arguably you could go 3 blue, 2 jet, but I wouldn't. I was really happy with this lineup. Saw them all, was always happy. The pixies came up actually in a case of damage calc where I had to clear the rusty Bardish, so that was actually really good. All legitimate copies, by the way. All legitimate copies, promise.
No proxies, no proxies.
No proxies. Tri-brigade lineup: 3 fractal, 3 kit, 2 Karas, 2 Nimble, revolt double tanky. Please bring this to 3, by the way. This card's crazy. So the Tri-brigade lineup, I'll explain it real quick. These are your best ones.
Hi, YouTube!
Thanks, Asher. These are your best ones. Fractal gets you into Kit. And Kit is just like the best normal in the deck, like alongside Beaver. Because you can then like link it off. You can dump Nimble, you can get the Karas, and then you can like Elf, bring it back, and then use the Karas off Ferrojit. The reason we're on these is just because I want to search. See, mate.
Hi, YouTube!
I want to search the Karas.
Yeah.
And Nimble is just like really bad to draw. It's a 2 just because you don't want to draw it and then not have one in deck. It's kind of a bit garnet in that sense.
Did you ever feel like you lost grind without that Nimble?
No, I was always pretty happy in the grind. I would say it's probably a little less grindy than the Toad build, just because you don't have that recycling back. But Toad build is banned in like 2 days from recording, so fucking gonna do about it, I guess. I wouldn't change any of this. I was really happy with this lineup. There is a potential argument to go to 2 revolts, but I wouldn't personally. That's all the tries. The normal summon of choice, 3 Nimble Beaver. So for this deck, there's a toss-up between Beaver and Cat. The reason I'm on Beaver is hand traps. Let's say you go Cat and you like normal Cat. Your opponent goes Ash, Vela, Imperm, whatever. If that happens, you are left without a level 2, so you can't summon any of your sprites. If Beaver gets Ash, Vela, Imperm, whatever, you still have a level 2 on board. You can go, alright, sweet, special blue, make gigantic. You got full combo anyway. It is still a beast type, so it still works with all your Tri-brigades. It's definitely the better one. Again, would not change it. Excited for Sprint.
Would you play any other Nimble monsters, like Angler, for example?
I wouldn't play Angler, simply because I'm not on swap front. If I was on swap, for sure. But yeah, so I think, Angler is a fish, so it doesn't work with Fractal, and there's no other like discard or send from deck outlets, so it just doesn't really work with this build. Hand traps. Played 12 hand traps. 3 Nib, 3 Ash, 3 Bell, 3 Imperm. The only one that I might change is Bell for Crow. That's kind of one that I just want to test over the coming week. They do very similar things, they just have very niche applications where they're different. I liked it today. I just don't have a lot of experience with Crow in this build, and specifically for the upcoming format.
Have you considered playing like 2 Ghost Spell and 1 DD Crow, because DD Crow is searchable?
DD Crow is searchable, and there is an argument for that. I would do that if I was on the virus cards. There is a build I've seen of this that actually looks very cool, that plays Deck Devastation Virus and Hoppier Squadron, which, yeah, you can do that, or you can go the Crow as the Sure Egg search. So yeah, if I was on the viruses, for sure. As it is, I think I'm probably just happy with this, but I will test it. I will test it for a week.
And why did you choose hand traps over like board breakers this format?
I just like hand traps, man. I don't want to go second, and then just like have my opponent have a forward and then like be able to stop some of the board breakers. The reality is a lot of people are prepared for board breakers. They're playing traps and stuff like that to beat Dark Ruler. So like all the T elements are on the traps, the sprites are on the searchables. And then all the rogue matchups like Exosister have the traps, Blue have the traps, Mathmech have the traps. So you kind of have to open like a couple of different board breakers, where this deck is really good at pushing through disruption. So you can just go like 1 or 2 hand traps and still be able to push through. And then just the one called by. Yeah, no, called by is dumb as hell. I think this card should be banned, honestly. It is such a sacky one-of.
Yeah.
So my thoughts are just at 3 or at 0, and I think at 0, honestly. So that's the main deck, 42. The only change I would make is maybe the Bell for the Crows. Otherwise, I felt everything did really well. Maybe play some back row removal main, because that was the matchup that I lost.
Yeah.
But as it is, I think I'm pretty happy with it. Extra deck. Zeus package of Zeus and Magician. Not on Sky Cavalry. You'll see why in a moment. These were fantastic. I was super happy with Down at Zeus. It came up in a couple of different matchups. Honestly thought about taking them out before the tournament, and really happy I didn't. Really liked them. The reason I'm not on 2 Sky Cav is because I'm on 2 Gigantic.
Yeah.
This was a Sky Cavalry before, until I did some testing, and I just found that having the second Gigantic really comes up for turn 3, or if your first one gets disrupted. You know, wouldn't change this for the Sky Cav. Really happy with how this was. The Tri-brigade links. Play a few of them. You play 2 Sure Egg. 1 is for combo, 1 is for follow-up. You can use this as a way to get into your Tri-brigade names. So there are situations where you can go like normal, a kit, make a Sure Egg, banish something, link kit and Sure Egg into an elf, and then you can go search a Tri-brigade, dump a Nerval, search another Tri-brigade, and then like summon the Karas that you searched. Hraesvelga. So I'm on Hraesvelga instead of Rugal because with the Sprite locks, you're locked into 2s, so you're not making any of the Tri-brigade link 3s turn 1. And this is just the best one for turn 3 when you are laddering to access code. And then 1 Bearbrim, 1 Farragut, integral to combo, but you only ever need 1 of each. You don't need to go higher.
Do you ever like end on Doom Eagle when you burst like something like Tier?
So I didn't actually play against Tier today, but no, it's very awkward to end on Doom Eagle because if you're going for Doom Eagle, you have to have used a Tri-brigade to summon before you've used the Sprite, at which point you're locked into only using Tri-brigades for link summons, so it makes it really awkward to get into Elf. Yeah, there are situations where you can, it's just not great, you don't really want to be doing it. The link 2s, Pit Knight, Double Elf, DDL.
Yep.
So these are part of your end board, like along with Revolt. You play 1 elf for your turn 1 and 1 for your follow-up. Again, wouldn't change it. These 2 are crazy. People don't realize how strong Pit Knight is. Pit Knight's insane. Dropping the attack of something, so they don't have like, they're gonna take a lot of damage if they try and go to Zeus, or they can't attack over your elf. Really, really good card. Same with DDL. Balancing a Sprite normal summon is crazy. So, happy with those. 1 access. I never made it because I never really got to turn 3. But if you ever do get to turn 3, it's super important to have. This card sucks. Never made light hard.
Would you ever like consider cutting light half for like maybe Skull Cavalry?
You could cut it for Skycav. What I'm going to mess around with is I'm going to actually cut it for Almirage for those hands where you do open with a Nerval. So then you can go like Search Karas, discard Karas to summon, and then you have a 2, you can make Elf. Yeah, I really didn't like light heart. I never made it, never came up. Not fond of it. Side deck, you play it for time. No further comments. Time rules are suck. I wish we could go back to the old system, but I understand it from a TO perspective. Back row removal. Because we have a mine player at our locals, lots and lots of back row hate. I did actually really like these. My matchups, everyone I played against was on some form of back row. So these came in a lot. The second Smashers was really nice. Argument to play at main, but I like it side. Now these are all fantastic. These are all super, super good. Evenly, maybe. Might mess around with it, see how I feel. 2 and a sort of different dimension ground. These are for going first against tier. Didn't play against tier today, so they didn't come in. But in theory, they're very good. Maybe you play Trap Trick, you go like 2 different dimension ground, 2 Trap Trick, 2 dimensional barrier, which I might see how I feel about that. And then the final one is 3 anti-spell.
Ah yes, Floodgate.
Yes, you need to beat board breakers. Your end board is somewhat vulnerable to like evenly matched and to Dark Roll. So this is super good. I brought it in against the Geist Mine, and I just insta won my game 2 against him. He opened the mine and he set 5. I went Cosmic, Shure, DDL, summon back Carrot, and he just scooped. So yeah, these are great. So that's the list.
Any last shout outs or anything?
Shout out to my wonderful partner Mia for making me this net. It's my birthday. You're awesome. I love you. Shout out to the tournament organizer Tom for loaning me his Tri-brigade cards for the event. Massive shout out to him. To all the Chatswood guys, Drew behind the camera, cool guy. Yeah, nothing else really. Yeah, that's the list. 42, 15, 15. Yeah,
Sick.
pretty happy with it.
Thank you.